I'll hit my best first because it's really simple. I'll keep it really short and sweet. My best is close games, right? Even with how bad our schedule was this week, we had 11 one-score games this week. It's hard to complain about football when they're all within one score, right? We had a couple real big thriller games, right? With the Packers, they had that last shot at the end zone. The Texans pulled it out last second. The Ravens Browns was the definition of last second. Lions Chargers was 1 second, right? The Jets came down to that last play. The Bills Broncos, so like a lot of close games, and it's just good football.
No, I'm with you. And I think there were like five teams that won on last second field goals. I think it was
Yes.
like Cardinals, Seahawks, Browns, Texans, maybe Detroit. I think there's somebody else that I'm missing, but so kickers were the MVP of this week.
Yes.
For sure. I guess the Broncos, I guess technically. We're 1-2. So my best as well is going to be the Minnesota Vikings offense. I love that offense. I love listen, they're without their best player on offense, Justin Jefferson, and they're winning football games, right? It happened with Kirk Cousins, and it's even more impressive now that it's happening with Joshua Dobbs. He's come in there, kind of took it over, is just doing things, doing crazy things, learning a new offense, learning his players' names, like going over there and winning that thing, to go in there and play extremely well. So he has been playing phenomenal for Vikings. He got TJ Hawkinson hot, who hasn't been hot in a while. They're getting more players there involved, and so it's just all coming together really nicely there in a game against where the Derek Carr experiment looks like it's just not working out. Right, the Saints offense could not get anything done until he was injured. Right, so it unfortunately he was injured, but it didn't get going until Jameis Winston came in and kind of started being Jameis Winston. He was the Jameis Winston, right? 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, right? That's the 30 for 30. Like that's who you're going to get. But man, it's fun to watch. I want him to be that starting quarterback there forward because that's just fun to watch him. But Josh Dobbs keeps winning. Got a big game coming up next week in prime time to kind of really keep the Vikings train moving forward. So I love what I'm seeing from the Vikings offense, and they're just trying to keep it together until Justin Jefferson comes back, which I believe it's not official yet, but I believe he's going to come back. I think he'll play this Sunday against the Broncos. Wow. I do think he's there. I think he's the way he's seeing this team going. I think he's really dying to get out there and kind of play with them. So I would be obviously we'll see kind of how he feels, but I wouldn't be shocked if he suits up this weekend.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Football's better when all the best players play, even if they're the player on the worst team, the Vikings. But all right, that brings us to our worst. And I'll hit you with my worst. And you've talked about your preseason hype that you kind of gave up on, right? And this is finally time that I think I'm throwing in the towel on the Atlanta Falcons. Just like we talked about last round, it's not because of the players, right? Their quarterback play has been abysmal, right? We got the Taylor Heineke that I've been saying to Taylor Heineke, right? He's not good. Desmond Ridder, I think, honestly might give them more than Taylor Heineke does. But Arthur Smith cannot win a football game. I don't know what this guy has done. I don't know what the organization still sees in Arthur Smith. If Ken Dorsey gets fired, Arthur Smith should be out the door. Like, this guy is absolutely awful. I think Tyler Algier almost outsnapped Bijan for the ninth straight game. That's not factual, but it seems like it, right? It's impossible to get any of their good players going. Their defense just disappeared back to what they were last year after that 4-game hype that they had going. They couldn't stop the quarterback that hasn't played. I'll talk about Kyler a little bit later in the episode, but this Arthur Smith coached Falcons it doesn't even seem like they want to win. They have no fight out there. They're just kind of playing football because that's what they get paid to do. It's kind of sad to see. I'm going to take off my Falcons cap until next year when hopefully they get another quarterback. So throwing that out, no more rooting for the Falcons. Let me think. I don't even think I picked them this week. Let me check again before I say that for sure. Nope. It might be on bye week. I don't even see them. So didn't pick them though. I don't know if I can pick them again. They might be gone. Dunzo.
I'm with you. They were my worst last week. I'm with you. I haven't been on that ever. I never got on that train. It left the station without me 100%. Been trying to talk you out of it. we'll see. You have a tendency of finally coming around to the right side of things and then getting pulled back in. So I'm sure at some point they're going to win a game, like it looks really good, and then you're going to be back on the train and
Back on it. Sure.
you'll be like, oh, what did I say a couple weeks ago? Forget about that. I'm back on the train. So I won't be surprised
Probably,
when
but
that
right
happens.
now, no Falcons
But yeah,
until I
they're
pick them
trash.
again.
Yeah, they're trash for sure. So I'm with you on that one. My worst is the New England Patriots, which now I believe firmly are the worst team in football.
Yeah.
It was the Cardinals there for a while, but they've at least got their quarterback now. See what that looks like moving forward. But I just think as he kind of gets back into the groove of things, he's been out for a long time. Back in the groove of things, they might, be a little bit better. Obviously, they're not really the quality of a team to really do much, but they at least score points, which the Patriots cannot do. Mac Jones is abysmal. And I'm really, really questioning why he got benched on like the last drive. So he played like the entire game. In the last drive, he got benched, and Bailey Zappi came in and then threw an interception, just like Mac did, and they lost the game. Because I mean, honestly, like their defense is good. Like their defense only held them to 10 points. The Colts only scored 10 points on the Patriots, and they could not get at least 11. Like they only needed 11 points. Like they couldn't do it. And just terrible. I mean, this is Mac Jones last year as a starter, and I truly believe this is Belichick's last year as the Patriots head coach. I just don't see how you come out of this. You're gonna end up with, obviously probably not the first pick in the draft because the Panthers will have to win a couple, but at least the second pick overall in the draft. And I think it's just time where maybe Bill Belichick just kind of rides off into the sunset, because now you're just hurting your legacy. Like now you're just losing, right? You had this great, obviously you have bajillion more wins than you have losses, but obviously now that gap is shrinking, right? The longer he's the coach of the Patriots, as they're clearly rebuilding, they're going to be losing more than they're winning. And so that just margin is going to do it. So from a legacy standpoint, like, I think it'd just be better if he just kind of just rode off into the sunset. Listen, I brought 6 Super Bowls here to this franchise. Once my GOAT left, I didn't have it anymore to put it together. It's okay. Just write off.
Yeah.
But the Patriots are toast. I think the Patriots are the worst team in the NFL. Because at least the Giants, with DeVito, can at least score a touchdown or two. And so, obviously, if you can score a touchdown and versus a team who can't score a touchdown, then you're better. So the Patriots are officially the worst team in the league, and they are my worst.
Yes, I think that's fair enough, right? And I think the biggest thing, Belichick leaving, I think that's spot on, right? Because not only are you shrinking your gap, but you're hurting your legacy because all of your wins are starting to look like Tom Brady wins, right? The old, coach or player. Well, the player won a Super Bowl, and you lead the worst team in the NFL. Like, it's a little, it's hurting you more than it's helping you. So